The first day of the Prince Ali parade begins. The outfit looks like something ordinary people might wear day to day. On the walk to set, excitement centers on how impressive the set appears. The Prince Ali number is sung. Disney earns praise for executing moments like this so well. Conversation turns to the genie changing into a female form with the remark that the figures blend so completely that no one can tell which one is male. Quiet work carries on inside the sound tent. A check on well-being gets a simple assurance that all is fine, and then a greeting follows. Attention then fixes on a particular site. Prince Ali's ride is unveiled and help is needed to climb up because a jump that high cannot happen unaided. A quick look from above is offered before the moment is identified as rehearsal. Work on, A Whole New World starts, introduced as one of Disney's most iconic songs, with anticipation already rising. As part of the preparation ritual, a smell spray is applied and it tastes awful rather than even slightly minty. For the first setup, a flight of stairs leads onto a rig bordered by LED screens meant to build atmosphere. Safety depends on small ropes, while the position sits about 15 feet in the air, prompting the observation that anyone afraid of heights would have to forget riding a magic carpet. Once the song plays, a compliment about looking beautiful meets playful teasing in return. That exchange is framed as exactly how the relationship works, with affection still clear beneath the joking. Uncertainty surfaces over which day of A Whole New World shooting this is, maybe day 2, before an admission that the days blur together after filming similar material yesterday and today. This leads to a comment about time flying during enjoyable work. Giggling lingers, traced to a tired, giggly mood said to arrive at least once each day, especially during this song. It ends with an exchanged glance and a confession of having completely lost composure. For the rest of the week, Friend Like Me remains on the schedule inside the Cave of Wonders set. Memory reaches back to the elaborate staging in the animated film, then a greeting goes out to Alibaba's 40 thieves, and the group answers enthusiastically. The song runs, and the first setup lands successfully, judged to look excellent. What follows is a remark about how wild the scene seems. Then a dramatic joke about a cappuccino ordered 40 seconds earlier and still missing, which draws laughter and a mock formal greeting. Teaming up is mockingly labeled difficult before an affectionate reminder that more work remains. Friend Like Me is cast as an especially complex sequence, made even more thrilling by being cut live, and the digital method earns strong praise. Working alongside the CGI performer feels incredible because that daily physical presence on set supports one unified performance. Mid-song, the take stops, celebration greets a strong performance, and a whispered warning about being replaced by a lookalike within minutes is jokingly remembered as the thing that inspired a corrected take. Rolling starts again, paired with talk of sustaining energy, inspiration, and encouragement throughout. Afterward, glowing praise names the best co-star imaginable, and Friend Like Me is officially wrapped. Recording carries on inside the palace set. The assistant director gets an introduction, and a playful photobomb slips in. Cast members appear one at a time. The actor playing the villainous Jafar receives a warm greeting, along with amused disbelief that someone so friendly can project such menace and admiration for the skill behind it. Next comes Prince Anders, introduced with a warning to keep away from Jasmine, and laughter answers the exaggerated in-character intensity. Attention shifts to a costume train and an imitation of it. Dahlia's performer follows, explaining that she lay down briefly in Princess Jasmine's bedroom for a short rest. Preparation continues for scenes after A Whole New World, including a tour of the ornate palace set with admiration for perfumes, gold decor, a rose petal-filled eagle sculpture, and little elephant figurines, plus a joking claim about wanting to steal something that is immediately withdrawn as untrue. A bedroom like this is openly wished for, and then the people of Agrabah receive a mock greeting. Finally, the sound technician appears as the person who manages Princess Jasmine's microphones and stays nearby all day. At Pinewood Studios, work shifts to the world's largest underwater tank for a sequence built around a near drowning. It is a first experience with underwater filming, and several rehearsal passes happen beforehand to adjust to equalizing pressure while confined by costume, hands and legs tied, and no oxygen available during the shot. Before cameras roll, the regulator is removed, the first shot succeeds, and about 14 more still wait. Day 1 underwater ends with a trip to change out of costume. When a favorite memory from production is requested, the trip to Jordan stands apart, tied closely to personal heritage because of the country's closeness to Egypt and the chance to speak Arabic throughout. Particular affection centers on the desert, linked to a feeling of origin and belonging. Around them, Wadi Rum is rendered as beautiful, and Jordan itself receives praise for generosity and hospitality. The landscape sparks excitement and is labeled gorgeous, insane, and surreal. Searching for Wi-Fi to upload footage brings teasing from people nearby. A full day riding camels comes before preparation for camel scenes, with time devoted to building a bond with one particular camel. After 10 days on location, appreciation extends to the whole team. The experience ranks among the very best, and filming in Jordan is declared wrapped. By the final day, production reaches its official wrap on Aladdin. Celebration follows the wrap shared with the actor playing the title role, and the crew cheers. Gratitude moves back and forth, along with the acknowledgement that this presence will be missed deeply. A slightly emotional mood is admitted after a last scene that demanded real depth, followed by the feeling that the ending arrived too soon once filming stopped. Over the course of production, new abilities were acquired in singing, dancing, juggling, camel riding, scuba diving, and stunt work, closing out a long journey that ends with one last declaration that Aladdin has wrapped. The camera is ordered to roll, and the crew confirms it twice. The slate marks take 76, take 1, and a countdown leads into the call to action. Family life with children all around is presented as the reason for wanting to make films a family could watch together, and that impulse drives the choice to remake this story. The process feels challenging in all the right ways, with its most creatively engaging quality being the way it unfolds as a musical inside a fantastical world. Among the main strengths brought to the project are an action and musical background and a distinct creative edge. After the first meeting and an explanation of how certain sequences would be shot, full commitment clicks into place. A strong urge to shake everything up shapes the approach, sometimes likened to tossing a hand grenade into a scene. Those disruptive decisions are not what people usually picture for this story. Yet, the explosive touches do arrive, and they work. In real time, one more take is proposed, followed by an attempt at 18 frames. The crew agrees immediately. Also in play is a reputation for experimenting with inventive shooting methods, including moving the camera at different speeds from one sequence to another. One jump emerges as especially hard because 24 frames is the normal real-time shooting speed. To give the number a fresher treatment, some sections are filmed faster or slower while still staying in musical sync. The slow-motion portions use 36 frames, which forces the vocals to be delivered unusually fast to match the tempo, whereas the faster motion portions run at 18 frames, demanding the opposite adjustment of singing more slowly to keep time. Surprise meets the idea of a director associated with stunt-heavy films tackling a Disney project, although a clear vision remains visible throughout, shaped by years spent telling stories about thieves. On set, coordination continues with a count to 3 before a jump, plus light banter about repeated instructions and managing equipment, ending in a countdown and a successful landing. After that, surprise turns into approval and praise for how well the moment plays. The tone and pacing of a film are treated as crucial, and special admiration goes to a story that continually delivers. With that pace in mind, scenes move into action quickly, reflecting a preference for working fast, and resets are pushed to happen quicker than ever. Rather than rehearse extensively, the production preserves freshness so performers can respond immediately and spontaneously to whatever unfolds around them. Laughter rises from playful banter over simple directional cues, capturing a young, energetic cast ideally matched to that spontaneity. Among the cast, rapport is portrayed as essential and is deliberately cultivated to sharpen the pacing among them. As word spreads that someone is arriving, anticipation builds, reassurances pass around, everyone confirms readiness, and delight greets how well the moment comes together. A clear creative vision is said to have reached both cast and crew effectively. Particular affection singles out the balcony performers as the heart and soul of the film, and an enthusiastic call sends the work forward. Breaking scenes apart and workshopping them becomes the method, with different possibilities tested to discover which ones function best. From there, the pieces are put back together so a natural group dynamic blends into the characters themselves and produces something genuinely enjoyable. Throughout the set, a relaxed atmosphere holds, and everyone is invited to offer creative input. An offer arises to demonstrate an idea quickly, and immediate encouragement answers it. On one side sits a tough, fighter-like intensity, balanced on the other by a filmmaking sensibility that is exceptionally funny and thoughtful. Even the personal trailer serves as a welcoming space, open to anyone who wants to stop by and talk, reflecting a personality energized by constant creative exchange. Back to work comes the call, met by enthusiastic exclamations from everyone present. This production ranks as more enjoyable than any previously undertaken, largely because it is a family film. Warm energy radiates through everyone involved, felt alike by cast and crew, and the whole project carries that positive atmosphere from beginning to end. Finally, a declaration announces the work is complete. The advice given is to speak honestly and simply act naturally. Robin Williams' performance is held up as one of the greatest in animation history. A wish is requested, then playful rhyming taunts burst out about striking down a snake with a sword. The experience is remembered as terrifying, paired with reflection on approaching such a historically significant role by asking whether anything meaningful remains to explore. From there, attention shifts to the unique contribution that could be brought to the role. Authenticity is treated as essential for portraying the genie, since the character cannot be forced or faked given how sophisticated and many-sided the part really is. A theatrical incantation follows, pledging loyalty to 3 wishes while addressing both a great and terrible summoner. The genie stands out as a rare character that allows exceptional creative freedom. Then a question appears about whether the magic belongs to the character or defines the character completely. The answer points to the two as inseparable. Because Aladdin carries the storyline, the genie is free to move unpredictably, say anything, and embrace wild, unrestrained fun. Amid exclamations of amazement, a hurried exit is announced, and the genie is framed as someone audiences root for while the crowd erupts in cheers. Easy love and easy laughter are tied to the genie, qualities said to live naturally in the performance. A command orders everyone to step back and make room for magic, along with a playful warning that a transformation is on the way. Casting Will Smith as the genie is credited as an original idea. Just after that, a quick clarification states that the character is a genie, not a giant. High admiration surrounds Will Smith, both as a character and as an artist. Reworking a story as familiar as Aladdin is cast as requiring fresh, critical creative signatures. An extravagant parade number unfolds with elephants and llamas, portrayed as wildly dangerous yet full of possibility, something that could end in tragedy or in something truly special. Curiosity surfaces over the identity of a mysterious girl. As a trickster mentor, the genie is characterized as a figure whose portrayal brings particular pleasure, especially when guiding a young boy toward manhood at this point in his career. A reminder presses the point that the truth will have to be revealed eventually, and then repeats it for emphasis. Admiration centers on the range brought to the role, which lets the genie appear in many different flavors and evokes the sense of seeing the character the way Aladdin might. Across 10,000 years, a declaration notes, "A master has never once been called a friend." Much of the directing effort goes toward letting natural instincts come through. Behind-the-scenes banter turns a snake prop into something scary, then missing altogether, capped by a joking mix-up over identity. An exclamation celebrates the genie's fiery, high-energy performance. Overall, the experience on set is recalled as pure fun. Next, a song begins with playful questions about identity and desire. The director grants creative freedom, allowing a hip-hop background to shape the performance with a touch of personal musical flavor. The musical number carries on by inviting a wish to be whispered and boasting that no friend could compare. At the same time, the role becomes entirely one's own, carrying swagger informed by a rap background, the Big Willie-style era, and a trace of Fresh Prince attitude until the portrayal registers as wholly original. The lyrics roll on, flaunting talents in singing, rapping, and dancing. That voice is immediately recognizable, combining 2 elements that are already iconic. Most exciting of all is the balance between honoring the original performance and giving the character a fresh, modern voice. A rap is announced, marking the completion of filming. Into the performance went complete heart and soul. With the refrain still going, admiration is voiced for a presence that is compelling and able to tug at the heartstrings. A belief is expressed that no one else could have reinvented the role for this retelling. The scene closes with an invitation to applaud, punctuated by a mock mic drop.